Jazzy, and today I'll be talking you through my presentation, Service is Our Purpose. Now, raise your hand if any of you guys have ever volunteered. Great. Now raise your hand if any of you guys have volunteered because a parent, teacher, school, sports team, church, or employer has told you to. Great. So, according to the American Red Cross organization, around 62% of teenagers volunteer on a regular basis, and around 23% on an irregular basis. Now, this is often attributed to preparing for colleges or building our resumes. Now, when you get to the college age demographic, you can see that the 62% drops to around a 39%, and from a 23% to a 34%. And according to the United States Census Bureau, only around 28.3% of the US population aged 16 and up continue to volunteer. Now this number is including the amount of 16-year-olds in the college age levels. So you do the math and see how many adults actually continue to volunteer throughout college and afterwards. So let me tell you guys a quick little story about me. I am the co-president of Service Club here at SFC, and we started this club so that we could help people. We both come back from a mission trip in Appalachia in Virginia, and we saw a lot of poverty and a lot of harsh conditions. But we also saw the impact that we had on these people and the ability that we had to help. Now, coming back from that, we started Service Club to make a better impact on our community. Now, we did some events at the beginning of the year, but as your year does, life got busy, and we started getting distracted with things like AP classes and school, family and friends stuff, sports and extracurriculars. So, we decided at the end of the year, about now, that we can't really call ourselves the presidents of Service Club if we haven't actually done much this second semester. So we organized an event where we started and we took a group of volunteers downtown to pass out hygiene kits for those afflicted with homelessness. Now we did this and we stayed there for around 2 hours and we passed out maybe a third of the kits. It was a hot day, we were tired, and we did what we came to do. We passed out some of the kits, we could post it on Instagram, put it on our college resumes, and say that we did a good thing. So we sent the rest of the volunteers home. As my co-partner and I were packing up the kids into her car, a gentleman came up to us and he asked us for one of the kits. Of course, we gave it to him along with anything else that he wanted. Food, water, clothes, you name it. Now we asked him if he wanted to take any extra kits for his friends because, hey, we had a lot of extras. We had only passed out 1/3. But he said, go to 12th and Imperial near the transit center. There are a ton of people there who need your help. So my friend and I had nothing else to do the rest of the day, and hey, we wanted to help people. It made us feel good, and we liked serving people. And we also kind of wanted to hit that certain number that we passed out in amount of kits to give to colleges. So we went down to 12th and Imperial, and we saw something that looked like this. Now these are not the actual photos that we took from the event because we do want to protect people's privacy. However, this scene was very similar. There were people there, children, teens, adults, and elderly, sleeping on the side of the road or even in these tents. Now, we started passing out the kits in an assembly line kind of formation. And as we were passing them out, we started realizing something. There were some people in these tents that literally could not come out to grab a kit because they couldn't afford clothes, and so they were naked. So we gave them t-shirts. There were people on the side of the road who couldn't stand up to grab a kit because they were literally dying of thirst. So we gave them water. It was then that I realized that something that was just a resume builder for me was a legitimate lifesaver for others. Now, that's when I realized that service is not just something that we do for colleges. It's not just something that we can do to get our parents off of our backs. Service is one of the only things in our lives and careers that make our time here on earth meaningful and impactful. Now, this does not just apply to members of Service Club. This is a statement that has and will continue to hold true throughout time. Now, there's one more quote on here, but I'll skip to. Jackie Robinson once said, "A life is not important except in the impact that it has on other lives." And Carl Edward Sagan once said that who are we if not measured by our impact on others? That's who we say we are. We are not who we say we are. We are not who that we want to be. We're the sum of the influence and the impact that we have in our lives on others. We are so blessed to be living under these conditions, going to a private school, having access to education, food, water, clothes, and a roof over our heads, having financial stability and a community, having the ability to do sports, or to go into whatever career that we choose, and the opportunity to be successful and influential in those positions. Because of this, we have the potential and the opportunity to make incredible impacts on people. If we stop serving after high school simply because no one's forcing us to, we're doing an injustice to ourselves and to the billions of people in the world that still need our help. Imagine the amount of potential good that we can do in this world that we waste every single day by taking our lives and our opportunities for granted. Here's how to help. If you want to volunteer formally, like with an organization, you can find your local areas hands-on, or the local food bank. You can go to the county government website, which often has a lot of volunteer opportunities. Or you could find a database such as Live Well that often tracks volunteer opportunities around your city. Now, if you want to volunteer individually, because maybe that's more your style, you can pack and distribute kits to those without homes. You can make cards for people in hospitals, help elderly neighbors, organize neighborhood, park, or beach cleanups, tutor students, raise money to donate to a cause, or even volunteer at schools. Now, I encourage us, kids, teens, adults, students, teachers, and parents, to go home tonight and think about what you can do to help, what you can do starting now, and what you can continue to do throughout the rest of your lives. I hope that one day we are all part of the 28% of adults who volunteer. I hope that we can raise that number to be higher than ever. And I hope that we can stop taking our lives for granted and start using them to make the world a better place. Thank you.